Hello, my dear friends and my dear students. This is Sachinarayana CH, teacher in English. In this particular video, we are going to learn the most important topic of parts of speech, that is verb. Not only that, we are going to learn the kinds of verbs like main verbs and auxiliary verbs, and we also learn the kinds of auxiliaries. Those are primary auxiliaries and modal auxiliaries. Finally, we will understand the differences between primary auxiliaries and modal auxiliaries. So let's get started our lesson. First of all, let's learn what is a verb. What is the definition of the verb? A verb is a doing word. A verb is a doing word. A verb shows an action or a state. Let's understand this definition through two examples. You see the first example, John plays chess. Here the verb is plays. Plays is the verb. It is called a verb because it is a doing word. It shows action also. Sometimes it shows action. Here plays shows action. What is an action? An action is nothing but the work we do. Whatever the work it is done by us, that is called an action. The action should be represented through the physical activity. Then only we can call it as action. Sometimes it shows state. The verb shows state. Here the stars are bright. The verb is are. Here it doesn't show any action. It shows only the state. Okay. So a verb sometimes shows action, sometimes it shows state. In the first example, place is an action because it is represented through the physical activity. In the second example, are is not a physical activity, just it is a state. Okay. When the verb is showing an action, that is called action verb. When the verb is showing some state, that is called state verb or stative verb. Another thing is sometimes a sentence may either have a main verb or a helping verb. Okay, in the first sentence this is only the main verb. In the second one also are is the main verb. Sometimes in the sentence there may be more than one verb. Here Jevalya is studying 6th class. Here the verb part is studying. In this verb part or verb phrase, is one verb, studying is another verb. Here is called a helping verb, may studying is called main verb. So a sentence may either have a main verb or helping verb or both. Okay, sometimes it has only main verb, sometimes it has only helping verb, sometimes the sentence has both the verbs. Those are helping verb and main verb. Okay, the verb is the main part in a sentence. Without the verb, any sentence or no sentence can be completed. Okay, so the verb part is the most important in the sentence. Without verb, no sentence can be completed. No sentence can be finished. Okay, we should complete the homework by tomorrow. You see the next last example. Here the verb part is should complete. Should complete. Again, should is one verb, complete is another verb. Should is called helping verb, main is complete is called main verb. Like this, a verb is a doing word. It shows an action or a state. Sometimes a sentence may either have a main verb or a helping verb or both. The verb is the main part in the sentence. No sentence can be completed without a verb. So verb is the most important part in the sentence. Now let's learn the kinds of verbs. What are the kinds of verbs? Kinds of verbs are the types of verbs. The first one, based on the function. Based on function, How are the verbs divided? Based on function, the verbs are divided into two kinds, main verbs and auxiliary verbs. Based on structure, again the verbs are divided into two kinds, regular verbs and irregular verbs. And finally, based on meaning, they are divided into two kinds. What are they? Dynamic verbs and stative verbs. Okay, these are all the kinds of verbs. In this video, we are going to learn these kinds of verbs. What are they? Main verbs and auxiliary verbs. The remaining kinds of verbs we will learn in the coming videos. In this video, we are going to learn main verbs and auxiliary verbs only. Okay, let's learn the lexical verbs or the main verbs or the principal verbs. Here, the main verb is called lexical verb or principal verb. These are the other names of main verbs. So you have to remember, you have to keep it in your mind, the other names of main verbs. What are they? Lexical verb or principal verb. The main verb shows the action, or sometimes the main verb shows the state of the subject. Here you can see the example. Sai went to market. Sai went to market. Here the verb is went. Went is only the main verb. It shows action because went is represented through the physical activity. When it is represented through physical activity, that doing word is called a verb. That verb is called action verb. When it is an action verb, it shows some action of the subject. Here also, I go to temple every day. Here also, go. Go is the main verb. It shows action, not state, because going to temple is a physical activity. So, go is an action or an action verb or the main verb. Next one, do you believe me my words or do you believe my words? Here, believe. Believe is represented, not represented through the physical activity. Believe is the verb, it's not a physical activity, just it shows some state. So, believe is called a stative verb, not action verb. So, here, believe is a stative verb. It is a main verb. It doesn't show an action, but it shows state of being of the subject. Finally, my father is driving my car. Here also the verb is driving. Here is called helping verb, driving is called main verb. So driving is main verb, is helping verb. So main verbs can be used with a helping verbs. Main verbs can stand alone. You see the first example, Sai went to school or Sai went to market. Went is the main verb. It stood alone. It can stand alone. A main verb can stand alone. Sometimes that main verb is used along with the helping verb. Like in the last example, my father is driving my school. So driving is main verb. It is used along with the helping verb, that is. Okay. So what we understood through this slide, main verb. The main verb is also called lexical verb or principal verb. The main verb shows the action or state of being of the subject. Sometimes it shows action, sometimes it shows state. When it shows action, it is called action verb. When it shows state, it is called stative verb. First, let's learn about auxiliary verbs. What is an auxiliary verb? An auxiliary verb is a verb that helps another verb. That another verb is main verb. An auxiliary verb helps another verb, that is main verb. So it is named as helping verb or supporting verb. Asla. Auxiliary verb means helping. So it is named as helping verb. It is used to form its tense. That means it shows the tense of the verb, it shows the voice of the verb, it shows the mood of the verb. So these are the three functions of the auxiliary verb. It is used to express the tense of a verb. It is used to express the voice of the verb. Voice means active voice and passive voice. It is used to express the passive voice of the verb. Next one, it is used to express the mood of the verb. Okay, so here the auxiliary verbs are divided into two kinds. Those are primary auxiliaries, modal auxiliaries. These are the two kinds of auxiliary verbs. I told you auxiliaries are divided into two kinds. What are they? Primary auxiliaries and modal auxiliaries. Here are primary auxiliaries. What are primary auxiliaries? Primary auxiliaries are three kinds again. They are divided into three categories: be forms, do forms, and have forms. These are all auxiliary verbs, primary auxiliary verbs. What are they? Be forms. First, let's see the be forms of primary auxiliaries. Be forms are is, am, are, was, were. Okay, these is, am, are called present be forms. Was, were are called past be forms. So, was is the past form of is and the past form of am, and were is the past form of are. So, be forms are is, am, are, was, were. These are called primary auxiliaries. Next one, do forms. Do, does, did. These three are called do forms. Primary auxiliaries, the second category is do forms. Do, does are called present do forms. Did is called past do form. Next one, third category, have forms. Have forms are have, has, had. Present have forms are have and has. Past form had. So we understood that the primary auxiliaries are three categories. Those are be forms, do forms, and have forms. Next one, what they show. What do the be forms show? The be forms show position or state of the subject. Okay, so be forms are stative verbs. For example, I am a boy. Here, am shows the position or state of the subject. In the same way, they are girls. Okay, they were players. Like that, be forms always show the position or state of the subject. Next one, what is the function of do forms? The function of do forms is action of the subject. It shows the action of the subject. Do, does, did. These three are the do forms. They always show the action of the subject. For example, Mani did his homework. So, did is an action. It shows an action. In the same way, have forms. Have forms are have, has, had. These three have forms, these three primary auxiliaries shows the possession of the subject. Possession. You know what is possession? A possession means to whom that particular thing is belonged to. Okay. For example, she has a book. Here the book is belonged to she. She has a book. He had a meal. So had shows the possession. Okay. So we understood that be forms, do forms, and have forms are primary auxiliaries. Be forms show the position or state of the subject. Do forms show the action of the subject. Have forms show the position of the subject. We have identified the primary auxiliaries. Those are be forms, do forms, and have forms. Now we have to identify the modal auxiliaries. What are modal auxiliaries? Can, could, will, would, shall, should, may, might, must, ought to, used to, need and dare. These are all called modal auxiliaries. Here one thing is identified, that is these two auxiliaries, dare and need. Need and dare are auxiliaries. These are modal auxiliaries. These are used as modal auxiliaries in the negative and interrogative forms. Okay, so we have to write need as need not. We have to write dare as dare not. These two are used in negative sense or interrogative sense. So these are all called modal auxiliaries. Total number of modal auxiliaries are is 13. Can, could, will, would, shall, should, may, might, must, ought to, used to, need and dare. In the coming videos, we will learn in detail the usage of all these modal auxiliaries. Now we are going to learn the difference between primary auxiliaries and modal auxiliaries. You know, primary auxiliaries are do forms and be forms, do forms and have forms. Modal auxiliaries also you identified already. Here, uh, through these examples, through these two examples, you will understand one thing, that is primary auxiliaries can be used as auxiliary. It can be used as main verb also. In the first case, in the first example, they are writing the examinations. They are writing the examinations. Here are is the primary auxiliary. It is used as the auxiliary only because here there is writing, that is main verb. It is used along with the main verb. So are is auxiliary verb or helping verb. In the second sense, in the second case, they are brothers. Here are is not used along with any main verb. So actually are is auxiliary, but here in the second case are itself is a main verb because there is no any main verb. So are is a main verb. So sometimes primary auxiliaries are used as auxiliaries. Sometimes they can be used as also main verbs. Okay, so they can do both functions. What are the both functions? They can be used as auxiliary. They can be used as main verbs. They can stand alone. Next one. You see the modal auxiliary. We can play cricket. Here can is the auxiliary verb, that is modal auxiliary verb. It is used as only auxiliary because it is used along with the main verb. In the second sense, we can cricket. We can cricket, does it make any sense? No, it doesn't make any sense. So we never write this kind of sentence using only modal auxiliary. When we use modal auxiliary, definitely there should be a main verb. But when we use primary auxiliary, you need not, it's not necessary to mention main verb. Okay, so it can only be used as auxiliary. It cannot be used as main verb. Modal auxiliaries are not used as main verbs, but primary auxiliaries are used as main verbs. Modal auxiliaries are only used as auxiliaries. It can never stand alone. Don't write any modal auxiliary alone. You should write an auxiliary along with main verb. But a primary auxiliary can be used as main verb also. You can write a primary auxiliary as main verb and also as primary auxiliary. Another difference we are going to find between primary auxiliary and modal auxiliary, that is they change according to the subject of the sentence. They change according to the subject of the sentence. Who change? Primary auxiliaries. For example, she is going to school. Here is the primary auxiliary. It is used as auxiliary. When we change subject she as they, when we use they instead of she, here this primary auxiliary changed as are. So according to the subject they change. Okay, this is singular subject, so we use singular auxiliary. This is plural subject, we use plural auxiliary. So they change according to the subject. Here also He has changed his bag. Here subject is he. He has. Has is the primary auxiliary. But when we write I instead of he, we don't write has. We have to write have. This is the subject and verb agreement between I and have. We say he has, she has, it has, and I have, we have, they have. Okay, we never say they has, we never say I has. This is the subject and verb agreement between have forms and subjects. Next one, come to the do forms. She does. She does not sit on the chair. We do not sit on the chair. When we change she, when we change she as we write here as do instead of does. So she does, it does, he does. That's the subject and agreement, subject and verb agreement. Here we do, they do, I do, like that. So when we change the subject, when we change the number of the subject, when it is plural or singular, okay, so according to the number of the subject, according to the subject, it changes. What changes? Primary auxiliary. But regarding modal auxiliary, but modal auxiliary, they do not, modal auxiliary does not change according to the subject. Here she can speak English. Instead of she, when we write we, there is no change in a modal auxiliary. She can speak English, we can speak English, they can speak English, I can speak English. Whatever the subject we use, there is no change in the form of modal auxiliary. Okay. Ramu would visit Tirupati. I would visit Tirupati. Here also would. Here also would. Ramu. Here I. Whatever the subject we use, there is no change in the modal auxiliary. Okay, understood? What we understand finally? The modal auxiliary never change its form according to the subject, but the primary auxiliary changes its form according to the subject of the sentence.